Once upon a time, in a far-off land, there was a pink little elephant named Rosie. She was born with a unique color, unlike any other elephants in the jungle. Rosie loved her pink color and was proud of it. She lived with her family in a beautiful forest filled with tall trees and colorful flowers. One day, Rosie woke up with an idea to explore the forest on her own. Her parents were hesitant at first, but they knew that Rosie was a brave little elephant and could take care of herself. So, they gave her their blessing and wished her good luck. Rosie set out on her adventure, excited to see what the forest had in store for her. She walked through the tall grass, smelling the sweet fragrance of the flowers and listening to the chirping of the birds. As she walked further, she came across a river. Rosie had never seen a river before, and she was curious about it. She was fascinated by the clear water and the fish swimming in it. She had never seen fish before, and she was amazed by their bright colors and their ability to swim so gracefully in the water. She spent some time watching them and even tried to catch them with her trunk, but they were too quick for her. As she watched the fish, Rosie noticed that they were swimming upstream. She wondered why they were doing that and decided to follow them. She walked along the river bank, keeping an eye on the fish as they swam ahead of her. After a while, Rosie came across a waterfall. The fish were jumping up the waterfall one by one. Rosie was amazed by their determination and decided to try it herself. She walked up the waterfall and tried to jump, but she couldn't make it. She tried again and again, but she just couldn't get up there. Feeling discouraged, Rosie sat down by the river bank. That's when she heard some rustling in the trees above her. She looked up and saw a group of monkeys playing on the branch. They were swinging from trees to trees, having a great time. The monkeys noticed Rosie sitting there and started laughing at her. Rosie felt embarrassed at first, but then she decided to join in their play. She walked up the nearest tree and tried to climb it. It was difficult at first, but with a little practice she got the hang of it. The monkeys were impressed by Rosie's climbing skill and started to show her how to swing from trees to trees. Rosie was having so much fun that she forgot all about the fish and the waterfall. She spent hours playing with the monkeys, laughing and having fun. As the sun started to set, Rosie realized that it was time for her to go back home. She thanked the monkeys for their company and promised to come back and play with them again soon. She was feeling happy and fulfilled from her adventure with the fish and the monkeys. On her way back home, Rosie realized that she had learned a lot from her adventure. She had seen new things, made new friends, and had fun. She also realized how much she loved her family and how grateful she was to have them in her life. When Rosie reached home, her parents were waiting for her. They hugged her tight and asked her how her adventure was. Rosie told them all about the river, the fish, and the monkeys. She also told them how much she loved them and how happy she was to be back home. From that day on, Rosie went on many more adventures, but she always remembered the lesson she learned from her first adventure. She learned to be brave, curious, and to appreciate the love of her family and friends. And even though she was a pink little elephant in a jungle filled with gray ones, she knew that she was special and unique in her own way.